Let's see. It says I'm live in one place, one area, but I don't see the chat. Oddly enough. Okay. The chat has loaded. Okay, cool. Pause that. We'll see what happens. Change the OBS renderer. What the heck is the OBS renderer? Pause. Edit. Where is it? Where is it? It should be in the settings, right? Like, what do they mean by renderer? I see encoder, rescale output. I don't see renderer. Yeesh. Video, audio. If I can't get this in the next 30 minutes, then streaming's canceled. Yo, is this just an OBS issue? A pipe wire issue? If it's not one thing, it's another. Of course. Cancel. Out of my face. Instead of recording the game, we shall try to record the window and see how that goes. Hey, Sketch. What's going on? We fixed the hardware issue, but now we're back to getting software issues. Is this stream number 3 for today? Yup. You know what's crazy? Last stream you had sunglasses on. Yep. Aw, shoot. I still should probably have these on. But I was like, you know what? This is annoying. It won't let me do the bit. Open selector. The entire screen. Why not? Sunglasses indoors is crazy work. They're not really glasses because I got my pupils dilated before the stream. It goes on like this. You probably have 20/20 vision, but for us people with terrible eyesight, I had to get them dilated. And then that's why it looks like this. But man, after you get those pupils dilated, the sun seems a little bit brighter. Okay, so in the next 5 minutes, this thing should crash.
Wonderful.
I expect it to. Because that's what happened the last 2 minutes. Why is it still... Yo, hold on. Quit. Anti-Micro X was still on. That's why. Alright, let's go to...
What now?
No information to display. Map?
Alright.
Yeah. I need to go to... Shoot, I forgot what I was supposed to go. Bazaar. There we go. Why does the new hardware seem to have made your PC worse? Actually, it made my PC better. It was just so weird. The whole instance was pretty weird. Because I was streaming for like 3 hours on Saturday. Oh, what's that under your glasses? My terrible eyesight. I had to get my eyes dilated. And now I have pretty bad eyesight. Well, not now. I've always had pretty bad eyesight. Well, ever since I was a teenager. It just went downhill. Further and further downhill. But my doctor said, good news. This is probably as bad as it's ever gonna get. For the rest of your life. So it's just been like... my eyesight has been just going downhill for... like, what? 15 straight years. For like half of my life. And my doctor's like, you know what? You suffered enough. Save. Yeah. So I was trying to see if I could get thermal paste to apply new paste on my CPU, but after paying that expenses, and this is why I always get buyer's remorse, because I always find that I could get the same service for cheaper.
Fancy a look?
Because I went to America's Best because I was expecting to pay $95 but get 2 free pairs of glasses with them, with the eye checkup. Not 2 free pairs of glasses, but like a free checkup with 2 pairs of glasses for $95 flat. But after I got the checkup, the guy at the counter was like, yeah, your eyes are too bad, that your eyes are so bad that you need thick lenses that none of these glasses can really support. You need glasses so heavy that none of the glasses that we have for this deal is applicable. So they said, yo, you're gonna have to either pay for the exam, which was $80, or pay for the exam and the 2 glasses, and it would ring me up $319. So I was like, you know what? I could have gone to Sam's Club and got the exam for like $40. I could have gone to Walmart and got the same exam for $50. And I would have gone online, like Zenny, to get some glasses with everything that I want for around like $30 or something. But whatever. But I really just wanted a new prescription so I can get new glasses.
Yes, hello. Dismissed. Wonderful.
So, such is life.
Ugh, come off it.
But hey, the waiting of getting my new PC parts is over. And right now, I'm playing this game at a solid 60 FPS. You guys don't see it because it's capped at 30. But I'm playing it at 60 FPS, and it's fine, and it's great. It's crazy how my CPU was really just the bottleneck. And now I can understand how powerful
Did you hear?
the RTX 580. That's what I have. The 580 is. I had no idea how powerful this GPU is, but it's paired with a relatively recent CPU. Did you hear that? I don't think I like this guy though. He's gotta know something about the lands. Keep searching the Merchant's Bazaar. Okay, so I gotta look for a pagan.
Wonder if I could have been one of Lewis's minions myself.
One of these guys. Not one of those guys, but the guys with the bucket
What's
on their
this?
heads.
Yeah?
This wait was egregious. Yeah.
Thank you.
The reason why it took so long was because of USPS is just terrible. They held the freaking
Thank you.
cooler that I really needed. You know what was crazy? I bought the motherboard that didn't have the back brace for the CPU, so I can mount the cooler onto the motherboard. So I had to buy the back brace separately, but the back brace was taking too long to come in, so I bought another one so I can get it sooner, and that would have to refund the last one. So when I ordered the new one, the old one came in, and so when I tried to put so I put in the cooler on top of the motherboard, I got the wrong cooler because it wouldn't screw into the motherboard. So I had to get a new cooler from somebody on eBay, but when they sent it out, I don't know, USPS kept it in Colorado for 2 weeks until it got to my house. So now I have to go online and see what happens how I can order a refund for an extra back brace that I don't need and an extra cooler that I don't need. But when I tried to get a refund for the brace for the CPU, the guys were like, "Yeah, we don't want it, but here's like $3." We don't want it, but here's $3 for the trouble. And I was like, "Oh, all right, sure." But when I went to the other guys that I got the cooler from, they're like, "Yeah, here's your $12 back." And I'm like, "Where do I send this to? What's the address?" But they didn't get me back on. Stop saying that. So I will soon see where do I send that to, or maybe I won't send that to because they didn't.
Whoa.
It
Check
was just
this
there.
out.
It was just. I guess I have nowhere else to send it to, or I guess I'll just keep this. This thing right here. I don't need it. And the reason why, or I think I already explained this, but the reason why the performance was so bad was that the screws were so broken on my last motherboard, on my last cooler, my last motherboard, to the point where it wasn't the CPU wasn't being properly cooled. So any small interaction, it was just getting overheated. And I stopped streaming early Friday because I installed my fans incorrectly. I installed my fans where...
I can't believe this.
They're
He would
saying
have them
stuff.
all take what they please. This same atrocity all over again. Damn him. And damn his crown theocracy.
Yeah, so what was happening was it really matters which way you install your fans, because I installed my fan in a way where it was pulling air in to cool, and I thought I was supposed to pull air in to cool the CPU, But what was actually happening was that I was making more noise because the fan was pulling air in through the metal mesh, which not only made a lot of noise, but made it really what's the right word? Inefficient when it came to cooling it. But then when I looked it up, did a quick AI search, I realized that where the exhaust areas on my PC are, it's on the top and on the back, and on those areas of the PC, air is supposed to be pushed outwards from the inside outwards. So when I installed that correctly, my PC is so silent in comparison from before. I've never seen heard my PC so silent. And what else? It's supposed to exert air, hot air, to keep the internals cool. That's what I found out recently. So night meal fuel something weak. Yeah. Nightmare fuel sounding weak. Yeah.
Though I can hardly blame him, with everyone ordered to ransack his homeland. For now, how to approach him?
Yeah, it's that, and I was more. I had the whole Facebook ads keeping me occupied, being in the forefront of my mind, trying to figure out how I can gain a following on that website, on that app. Things are getting better, but man, it is a pain. It is egregious. It is quite the workout. Yep.
Why don't we team up?
What? Really? The enemy of my enemy is my friend? Nah, I'll pass, thanks.
Alright, we tried.
I don't know much about divine relics, but I know all too well what it's like to see your homeland threatened.
The divine relics are symbols of our faith. More than that, they are the soul of our culture, our history.
Followers of the old native beliefs worship idols that are known to conduct magic, which
Give me a second.
they call divine relics. But unlike the igniters of modern times, they are primitive in make and function, and often dangerous. So said my studies, at least.
Let me see if I can get these levels pretty on pretty good standing. Let's see.
Oh, far from
Give me a
it.
second.
Divine relics aren't primitive in the least. That's just Sanctus propaganda. Really, it's the opposite. Most of these relics.
Let me go to properties or filters, because I know you guys can hear like the background fan or something. Yeah, I just want to cut out the noise.
Relics are powerful beyond belief, and igniters are just our crude imitations of them. If you'd ever seen one yourself, you'd know the difference. They don't call them divine for nothing. With powers like that, they might as well have come from the gods.
You're that songstress. Didn't expect to hear all this from you, after what you said for the crowd.
Well, a job's a job. But as I'm sure you're aware, pagans aren't the only ones oppressed by the church.
You really are well informed. And it sounds like you know something of oppression. Did you perhaps come from the Mage Academy?
Details, darling. I've seen abuse of powers before, and I'd rather not see it again.
The other candidates seem bent on taking relics by any means necessary. But you all seem different.
To be fair, we are looking for one. The only relic we know by name right now is Dracodir.
The Lance of the Dragon God. So that's why you came up to me. I suppose anyone would want our homeland's greatest... The Lance is no secret we're trying to hide. Truly, I hope mainlanders come by the scores to see. Our village is on an island in the World Tree's embrace, where the Dragon God sleeps. On a clear day, you can see it from this land.
An island across the ocean. You mean Verga Island,
Why is
then?
the world so
It is a large
bright?
island in the inland sea. Most of its inhabitants are Mustari, and it remains the only place in the land where sanctism has not taken root.
I'm not out to abolish sanctism myself. I just don't want everything we believe in to be destroyed.
So that's why you're in this race.
I thought I could change the world. And then I saw the truth. What a fool I was. I've not introduced myself yet, have I? My name is Edeni. Take my advice. Forget about Dracodios. We can't hand it over, and you'll never reach it anyway.
What do you
What do you
mean?
No ship would carry you there, among the first of many reasons. Even so, it's no place for an outsider. It's time I stopped chasing a fool's dream. I need to face reality. And if you're smart, you'll do the same.
Well, sounds like Draco Dios is on Verga Island somewhere. Is there really no ship passage there? This is the biggest port in the kingdom.
'Tis true. His words reminded me. Thanks to both sea currents and cultural tensions, the only merchant ships passing Verga Island embark from Montario.
But Montario's on the other side of the bloody sea. You can't seriously be suggesting we go there first and then loop back to Verga. We'd never make the deadline.
Then let's bally well conquer this inland sea ourselves. Don't worry, chums. I'm on the job.
Goodness gracious, this game never ends. It's like Breath of Fire 3.
You worried about Lady Juna? Actually asking this time, not just prodding.
Shut up.
Tell. You still don't trust them, do you?
How can I? We've only known them for a matter of days. Look, the whole Gladel mess, you really think they're innocent?
Then let's go with them, yeah? Me and you. You do whatever makes sense to you, Del. You know I'll follow wherever you go.
You never could keep your mouth shut, eh?
Alright, we got Stalkers. Let's go. But yeah, freaking I'm playing a lot of games I couldn't play before. Well, I tried to play Deathloop, but
What the?
that's some software issues.
Wait a second. You're not saying this thing can sail now?
But I can play Dead Island 2 now. Properly. I feel like this is way longer than Breath of Fire 3. Yeah, it's gonna be. I don't know how long Breath of Fire 3 is. I'm like 50 hours in.
Quite right. While you lot were hobnobbing at old Luis's soiree, I had his run all to myself. And believe you me, I got quite an eyeful. Came away full of ideas.
And I'm not gonna lie. I probably wouldn't get as far as I am in Breath of Fire 3 if it wasn't for the for the fast forward button in Duck Station. I abuse that button more than like the A button, than the mashing the A button or the X button on PlayStation.
After all, this old girl wasn't designed as a land runner alone. All about modular design, don't you know? Flexible jointage. So I did a bit of tinkering.
I have way less tolerance when it comes to JRPGs because I know that genre of games, it does not respect the player's time whatsoever.
But why? We'd not even spoken of the island until moments ago.
According to Google search, it's 43 hours, 50, 60-ish hours if you do extras. Okay, so I'm pretty much at the end. I wasn't even doing any extras. I don't know why maybe I'm just not that good at the game. I am at the very end of it, I just know. And plus I have been actually no. I do wander around. I do wander around a bit in the game. Like right now I'm at like hour 50 in the game. 43? Yeah, you gotta know what you're... Those people gotta know what they're doing if it's like 53 hours.
Island Schmyland, milady. Look at the map. What's our shortest route to Ontario, eh? A straight shot through the inland sea.
Huh. The man has a point. That never dawned on me.
But honestly, playing 1, 2, and then 3, you can see the glow up. And it's also very funny how all 3 games came out in the same decade. Like, 4 just missed the mark. 4 came out in 2001, I believe.
Besides, I've kept my ears open. What? Here there be monsters and all that rot? You'll need more than a ship for these waters. You'll need a proper sea runner.
I stopped at 1 very early on because I just gotten tired of the repetitive nature of the game. But my friend, Levy's been on the channel a couple of times. He's trying to finish it, and I keep telling him he doesn't have to because Breath of Fire 1 is the worst in the entire series. 2 is way more memorable. I think I watched, like, after skipping Breath of Fire 1, I watched, like, two videos on the story of it, and it was just... Even the people who played through the game was like, yeah, this game is not that much to write home about. 2 was just a better game, story-wise, even though it used the same engine. But 3 just blows everything out of the water.
Oh, right! Mirus, you weren't at the exhibition, so you wouldn't know. Forden already killed the big sea monster out there. It had a huge head.
But the one thing that I don't like is the art style change from 1, 2 to 3. 2 and 3 had pretty much the same 1 and 2 had pretty much the same art style, but 3, everything felt more simplistic. There was like a real moification, if you know what I mean. It looked like it was leaning into that modern anime aesthetic, while 1 and 2 was more 80s and 90s-esque when it comes to the presentation of the characters within the art book. 3 and 4, it just feels like they wanted to mollify everything.
Really? Don't tell me you're making the trip in that.
Why are you two here?
I mean, I guess another way I can say it has like a 2 and 3 and 4 has a modern Capcom art style, if you know what I mean.
Bodyguard duty, Lady Juna. We're along for
Well,
the
it's
ride,
not modern
especially
anymore.
Since you're bound for some remote wild island.
It's not modern anymore. But like the 2000s, 2010s era Capcom art style. You know what I mean?
These poor newcomers are working so hard and you still can't trust them. Or is it me you don't trust?
We're here on Master Luis's orders. I'm sure I don't have to outline the pecking order there. Or do you have a problem with us being around?
Rather, we're running short on beds.
Oh, don't worry. Del doesn't take up as much space as me.
Oh, belt up. Besides, you really expect this rust bucket to survive a night at sea?
I'm thinking of reapplying thermal paste on my GPU, just to see if I can get a little bit more performance out of it.
If you don't like it, leave. Nobody's forcing you to come.
I heard people say that's a really good idea if you have an older GPU. And this one, I gotta look up when the RX 580 came out.
Looks like we're crewmates then. Not unlike a sea voyage for a bit of fun, yeah?
Oh yeah, my eyes have gotten better.
This is a fine mess. Wasn't expecting them along. What do you think their angle is?
Yeah, this thing came out 10 years ago. Wait, hold up. No, never mind. 9 years ago. My GPU came out 9 years ago. It's overdue. It's well due for a thermal paste reapplication. Or getting a new GPU. Whichever comes first.
To guard Juna like this.
I think they still want to keep an eye on us, though. Especially
Why
since
ask
the
me?
Gladell business.
Why ask me if you know?
Suppose that's that, eh? I'll do a last check on her amphibials, make sure she's shipshape. Give me a shout when you're ready.
Well met, eh?
Also, what were you trying to gift me last time? Did you try get it? Should you try getting another key for what was that game? Baldur's Gate? Was that what yeah, that was?
Well met, eh? Now what am I to do?
Young man! Young man!
Okay, I need to get out of here. Make preparations and sail away.
Now what am I to do?
Do I need to make? What do I need to prepare? What are my preparations? Oh, so you just got scammed? Is that what happened? Goodness gracious, that is a forehead.
Pardon?
Ready to depart?
I actually wish I got it when it was on sale a few weeks ago.
Verga Island is this spot right here.
You really be like that.
Oh.
Yeah, smoking hair. Yeah, we know how it is. Dude, so much flavor text. So much flavor text, man. I'm drowning in flavor.
Tis actually moving. A fine effort.
Was it ever in doubt? You're the master at the helm, my dear.
Verga Island, eh? Well, I can say it's wholly foreign to me.
'Tis a land within an archipelago where many Mustari live. I've heard their faith involves a special maiden of some kind.
When I buy Steam keys, I know they're legit. Okay.
How have they managed to avoid the church's influence? I doubt they've the manpower or arms to fend off the crown theocracy.
There's something there that could overturn history.
Well, it feels
as
like
the
somebody got
scientists tell it.
scammed.
Something so damning they couldn't even afford their soldiers seeing it.
Yeah, I know somebody got scammed. Because, like, I was like, amnesia. Like, I don't think we've ever uttered the franchise amnesia once in the several years of me streaming.
So the rumors say, at least. Might just be a conspiracy theory.
As for this dragon god's lance, we shall need to negotiate.
If negotiations are even on the table.
Why all the fuss? Just kill them and take it.
Nothing else works, yeah? Keep it simple.
Brother, you're not in this conversation. Go back to being a spectator.
It's always kill, kill, kill with you two.
Hey, Lord Luis's orders. Don't need to tell you, do I?
Yet you'd impugn Count Luis's reputation with wanton massacre. Simple, was it?
Ugh, give it a rest. Are we there yet?
My friend had it, but he got it from a bundle of Steam keys. I think he said it was Baldur's Gate. Obviously, it wasn't.
Hard to
Okay.
talk strategy with those two hanging around.
And those two guys, why are they talking to us? Like, literally.
Ladies and
Ain't
gentlemen,
part of the
feast
crew.
your ears on this! The elder boy candidate seems to have crossed the channel to the island on a gauntlet runner too!
Is he alright? They say the waters are clear of monsters now, but...
If he made it, that means my husband can go out fishing again, doesn't it?
I have to say, I expected at least one daredevil to try plowing straight through the inner sea, but I never thought it'd be that boy.
That's the same lad who exposed that lady from Martira, isn't it? He's not bad.
But Verga Island's infamous people, treacherous. Even the Crown Theocracy struggled with them for years. So how will this shake out? The festivities have just begun.
Dude, I remember when I was younger, I absolutely loved Steam Key bundles. I was like, yo, I'm never going back to console gaming ever again. I mean, I still haven't gone back to console gaming, but I buy a lot less games. Epic Games just keeps giving me free games, and then I'm like, wow, gaming kind of sucks. And every time I look at what's going on in gaming news, the news stuff that comes out, I'm like, I kind of don't care that much, unfortunately. And I just nope out and play older games.
The Gauntlet Runner takes to the water in its new form, setting out to the wide open sea. Their destination, Verga Island, an enigmatic foreign land that not even the long arm of Sanctus
Wonder if you can
can
play that
reach.
Sonic
Not
game.
all present
Probably.
now would count themselves as allies. Will this prove difficult, or something else entirely?
The last real Sonic game Sega made, by the way. It's so funny seeing. It's so funny seeing Sega make announcements, and everyone in the comments ask, "Where's the next Sonic game?" Well, everybody knows that the main audience doesn't care about Sega Sonic. I tried streaming a while ago. It didn't go well. Nope. Well, let's see. Heisman sometimes leaves fishing gear on the deck, but you can use the fish. Any fish you can, please. Okay. Yeah, of course it didn't go well. I mean, the last game they tried, they made so decently well. I think it's crazy. It's them taking so long to release another mainstream game.
Oh, jeez.
That's fish.
Understand.
The truth is,
Indeed. Indeed. I thought I would do some fishing, but I wouldn't have any good baits. You don't have anything that might work. Worm bait, I see. This should be fine. Nothing biting. Perhaps the bait, if the bait were moving.
true.
Alright, let's give it a try.
The fight is on.
A bite. It's a strong one. It's getting stronger. It's getting stronger. Whatever. Whoa! It looks like... look at this haul. All thanks to you, of course.
Here we go.
Tension and strategy lurk beneath the surface of calm. That's what makes fishing such a lovely pastime. The results hardly matter. In fact, don't bother asking how many I've caught. Well, as much as I hate to say it, it was about time we called it a day. Last man I gathered our gear and went back inside.
As the sun dips below the horizon and the stars begin to reflect off the water's surface, the Gauntlet Runner reaches the shore.
I mean, I'd be down for
Lurking
another
below the
Sonic game.
surface, in the black and fathomless deep, are the eager eyes of predatory hunters. But the party, safe inside their Gauntlet Runner, relaxes from the burdens of their voyage, gazing out over calm waters.
I think there just isn't any any ideas that they have for another Sonic game. I think that's pretty much why they haven't made Sonic is not a annual release, or they make constant updates to the franchise. I mean, if they are making updates, it seems like they use Sonic to tread a new ground on new consoles, or except for the Switch 2. You know? Well, is that they want to like make their mark on it. Right now, it seems like I see a lot of Sonic games going on mobile devices, like phones. It's unfortunate. I wish they did remake the Sonic Adventure games, to be honest. I was gonna say they can make new Sonic Adventures, but nobody wants to make new things. The new things probably wouldn't sell as much as giving people what they already know. Case in point, Halo Studios making Halo Combat Evolved for for like a second time, which is crazy that we got like 2 remakes of Halo Combat Evolved. I wish I'm already past that point, because if they wanted it, they would have done it by now. Yeah. They just don't want to. And that's why everybody makes their own Sonic clones nowadays. And Sega's like, oh yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Sounds cool. Good job.
Come on.
Got it. Even though Sonic Adventure 3 would bring a lot of hype. The amount of things that they can do now with a Sonic Adventure 3 would be amazing. Actually.
Hey.
They kind of don't have any limits on the possibilities of what they can do. Like Sonic Adventure 2 came out on the Dreamcast, bruh. Came out of the Dreamcast, re-released on the GameCube, and on the 360, and on PC. It's crazy.
Time marches on. And
Dreamcast, GameCube, 360. I don't know if it was on the PS3 as well. PC.
Oh, goodness.
They really could have. They really could make a Sonic Adventure 3. But there's no they also don't really have, well, the whole philosophy of Sonic Adventure was for it to mostly be a tech demo for the Dreamcast, to show how it was a tech demo for all these different games or different mechanics, to show people this is what the Dreamcast is capable of. That's why you had the Sonic levels, the Knuckles levels, the big levels with fishing, Sega's Pro Bass Fishing, and the mecha levels. Like, all of it was pretty much a showcase. They tried to do completely different things, more or less, to tell the audience, oh, this is cool. Still haunted by those fishing levels, huh? Yeah. But now, Now we're on PC. Now we have Unreal Engine and Unity and the Hedgehog engine. That there's not much to show anybody to say, hey, this is the next leap in gaming, because we are plateaued. We are plateaued. Everything that was interesting of exploring this medium have already been done, more or less. There's no more conversation to be had. If you want to have a 3D running platformer, you got this. You got like the Sonic. If you want nobody really likes fishing. If you want a mecha battles, you already have that. If you like everything that you could want in a Sonic adventure, like they already have what you would want within different Sega properties. Like that's what Sonic Adventure 3 could have really been cool. It would have been like a showcase of not only what they could do with the Hedgehog engine, but each character would be awesome. Each character would be awesome of stealing mechanics of huge Sega properties. Like the Sonic would have like your traditional your traditional running 3D platforming segments. Tails could probably have something ripped from... Does Sega own any mecha franchises? Because I want to... Does Sega own any like mecha games? Yes, like Tails would be like a mecha game or a flight simulator type game. Knuckles would be a cool Monster Hunter, like clone, you know. They would have a cool Monster Hunter. I know that's not Sega, that's Capcom. No, wait. Knuckles would be like a cool Yakuza clone. That's what it would be. They would steal like the mechanics of Yakuza, but for the Knuckles stages. That's right. And what are some Sega properties? I gotta look at Sega properties. But you know what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying. Now I really gotta look it up. Properties. I really gotta look up Sega properties. Streets of Rage, beat 'em up, Persona. I think having a Persona element with the Chows, that would be very interesting. Them stealing mechanics for Persona, but for Chows. They own Angry Birds. They could be like treat the Chows like Personas, or treat the Chows like Angry Birds because they own Rivio now, which they never use. Well, Shinobi, Virtual Fighters, Crazy Taxi. Sure. Anyway, sorry, my imagination's more interesting than this game. Well, he was a mech. In a mech in Sonic Adventure 2. Yeah, he's the mechanic, so... anything that has to do with flying, or... Wait, are the Ace Combat games from Sega? Is that a Sega property? No, Namco Bandai. Namco Bando. No. Namco Bandai. Dang it.
Yes.
Tails has significantly regressed as a character since Sonic Adventure 2, lol. Yeah, it's terrible. It's so terrible. He is stuck as the little brother. Tails can never grow into his own character. He will forever be in Sonic Shadow and the little brother. At least Luigi is a grown man. You know what I mean? It's like a Luigi, but worse. Oh, I don't think so. Quite the wrong person for that. In fact, but tell you what, if I find anyone who could comb out these knots, I'll see if I can find you a sparring partner. Ugh. Luigi at least got his own series with Luigi's Mansion. Tails did get his own game. Yeah, it was way back in the Genesis, but Tails did get his own game. But it wasn't as cool as Luigi's Mansion, unfortunately. They say the island is barbaric, but I wonder what it's really like. Oh, is he gonna cook for me? We got a pretty good kitchen here. It's not as Luis's, but I'm sure I could still make a halfway decent meal. This guy's nice. I like him. Okay. I have nothing here. That doesn't count. Man, no, that doesn't count. It only doesn't count because you don't think it's cool. I played a little bit of it in Sonic Gems Collection. It's not that great. It's all right to not that great, to be honest with you.
Let's check.
Got it. And then?
Yeah, speed cooking. Time doesn't pass. Man, I do like how a single quality of mine, where if I'm into a story, right? Top secret poetry, do not read. If I had courage, I'll read the book. Oh, I have courage. Clusters of cryptic phrases and abstract drawings fill the page as written in some sort of trance. The difference between moonlight and starlight, the difference between me and you, the difference between love and romance, inquires like these floods the pages. I don't know why, but reading through this has got me in a cold sweat. Shivers are running down my spine. Well, we could certainly say if that artistic expression is a serious business for Juno. I feel like glancing at Juno's raw cray of passion has increased my courage.
All right.
Oh, that much? Really? There's still more left in the book. I'll pick up somewhere around here next time.
Come look at this.
Okay, we're hitting the brakes.
The Gauntlet Runner halts at a sandy hollow.
But yeah, I do like
rises from
trying
the
to get other people's
The
opinion.
towering seawall.
When
It is not
I,
an island or a reef, but a
experienced
mass
the
of sand
story.
expanding below sea level. There is no sign of a water flow. There are many places in Oceania where the laws of nature fail, but here it is especially evident. The surface drops as though it were gouged out. Still, best not to be distracted by the spectacular. Monsters roam the deep, and tales of people being dragged below are not uncommon.
Okay, so yeah. Oh, that's pretty cool looking. But yeah, like I try to find I try to get people's opinion on this game who like it, but then I just get, well, I've done this several times on this stream, and I'm not enjoying a certain game. I'll just look at the comments and start reading the positives and the negative reviews. But with this game, I just started looking at videos just to see what people think about it. And same when it came to the Odyssey, that movie that came out recently. After watching it, I had to like... Well, after watching it, I still look at other people's opinions, but after watching it for myself, I just didn't like it. And I really hate how people on the right, the things that they talk about, it just gives me grief that they're just not gonna make it. They will never make it.
Well,
did you watch the new Spider-Man? Not yet. I didn't even plan on seeing the Odyssey. I didn't even plan on seeing Spider-Man.
boy.
That...
Listen, man, Destiny.
Huh?
Did you see the Spider-Man?
Enough.
I know Matt saw it, and he thought it was pretty cool. I don't care. I don't care about this. Sorry, I don't care.
Here.
Is that a crime to not care about all this
As the
flavor
water
text?
sparkling in the setting sun begins to lose the light shimmer, the gauntlet runner reaches the calm surface of the reef. Yet the day draws to an end, and all are left to wonder how to spend the evening hours.
I haven't heard anything bad about Brand New Day, though. Everybody who saw it are like, yeah, it's great. And I'm like, alright, that's cool. Shout out to Sony making
Terrible rain. Twill be a storm soon enough. Can this vessel withstand it?
yeah, shout out to Sony making new movies every year, so Marvel doesn't get a complete ownership of them, of Spider-Man.
It's doing better than me, at least.
Never really been a big superhero movie guy in general, though. I'm just not a modern movie guy. I'm not a movie guy. I'm not a
Suppose
film
we
guy.
do owe Forden, if only because he handled that sea monster. Closure, etc.
I only like things when I am stable within my creative endeavors. I am not stable. I am not financially stable in my creative endeavors, so I do not like anything. I mean, it made $1 billion in 2 days, so it has to be good. That doesn't tell me that it's good. That just tells me that a lot of people was really looking forward to it. That's what that tells me. It's just like the Michael Jackson movie. I enjoyed the Michael Jackson movie for what it was. And what it... Well, I think everybody have conflicting opinions on what it was supposed to be. Hannah here. What's going on, Hannah? Welcome to the chat. I think everybody was conflicted on what's... how's it going there? It's going fine. It's going fine. Just a little bit of a rocky ship.
Did we hit a rock out there or something? Back in a mo. I'll go sneak a look outside.
Like I said, the Michael Jackson movie, I saw it as a another coming of age film of Michael Jackson just separating himself from his father, his abusive father. But everybody else didn't like it because it wasn't. For two different reasons. One, it was just rehashing what everybody knew about the guy, and reason two, it was not as accurate as people who are really in the know it to be. So it is what it is. Do you remember me or not?
Those fool brothers are still abed, even in this tempest. Bloody Parapus. Almost makes one envy them.
Not to sound mean, Hannah, but why should I? How can I remember you? AKA, I completely stripped over of the allegations on FAM. No, not even of the allegation. No. they didn't go over the allegations because it wasn't there yet. I think the movie went from... No, the movie ended at like 2000... I think it was still in the 90s. Or... Yeah, I don't think it reached the 2000s yet. So, of course it didn't touch the allegations.
Right, I heard. You aren't too fond of the Parapus.
Or like really early 2000. So it didn't even touch the allegations yet. It wasn't even at that moment of his life.
They both had horrible upbringings, those two. But they really do have kind hearts behind the glares. They've risked their lives for mine countless times. One time, I asked what I could do to repay them, and they came over all red-faced. We'd like to hear you sing, Lady Juna. Your voice is awful pretty, Lady Juna.
Is this a joke to you? You think an outcast Ujeef is in no position to speak ill of the Paripus?
What? No, I didn't mean...
Bloody hell, how does anyone sleep on this old bucket? You feel that shaking earlier? Huh? Could cut the air in here with a knife. What were you two on about?
Everyone's life stories, I suppose.
Indeed. Talking about how I dislike the Paripus.
You and the rest of the world. Or do you think you're special?
We don't have to keep dancing around it, do we, Del? Why can't we be straight with them? Just come out with it, yeah? Tell him you still ain't sure that stuff with Glottel was on the level.
On the level.
If even we're suspicious, there's no way Lord Luis hasn't worked it out already. Not that it matters to me, anyway. Still, I had to make sure, see for myself whether Lady Juna is on our side or not.
Come on, you two.
Ah! Something's out there! Look outside! It's a monster! A great briny beast! Everyone to the deck! Quick!
I joined your stream and also messaged you on Instagram. Let me check Instagram.
What's happening?
Check the gram.
Our prep.
Oh, yeah. Weren't you selling me, like, Twitch avatar stickers or something? Like, icons or something? Give me a reply. Yeah, didn't you want to sell me something? Oh yeah, I saw your the Twitch themes on your Instagram. Page. And I just had the feeling that you wanted to just sell me stuff, and I just was not interested. Should I share my recent creation? No. No, 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 no. No, I don't want it. Sorry. No, I don't care. Not to be mean, but I just don't care. Oh, why don't you want any... I said that I do not to see your...
What the hell are you doing?
That's what it is.
It's supposed to be you helping those in need. Right, tell!
You alright still?
You want to know the reason behind that?
You realize this changes nothing. We're still...
I'm not interested. Is there... What is the better reason? It just... Like... I could ask you, why don't you give all of your money to charity? Like, I don't care about charity right now. I don't care about charity that much. To give all my money away for it.
Got it.
Just like I don't care that much. Or
don't get used to it.
I don't care that much for just art, pure creations. It's not a thing against you personally. I don't care.
Now's our chance.
I have no obligations to see your creations. Like, you just know me on the internet. We are not friends. I don't know why you gotta know anything, but we are not friends. That's something that should be obvious. And I don't have to give you a
We'll slice up some more of the bastard's legs, stick to the body, and take out what limbs you can. I don't know about you, but I'm not dying today. Let's get this over with.
If this keeps up, the runner's wrecked. Can we get those giant legs off us? This might be a good strategy.
Run if you want. I shall vanquish evil. Not now.
I could have done it.
Give me your aim. Not the right move. Stepping back. Run them through.
Right on target.
I'll get some
nice one, Stroll.
Let's go.
Can I burn the leg?
Burn.
I'm stepping back.
Magic knife.
Ice. I bet ice. Well, no ice.
Freeze. I've got just the dance. I'll show you. Burn. They sure don't give up easy.
Now, what's the play?
Yeah, like I don't want to be.
Power within.
I'm not being mean. I'm just
That's
tired.
a big thing.
Why does it have 3 turns?
I won't hold back. Fire.
I stand for all that we strive for. Are you all right?
Yes.
I owe you.
Thanks. This'll be over. This is just what I need. Let's keep cool.
Let's fuck it up.
I need help. I can't afford.
Wait, what's after him?
No, go for it. Let's go. Burn.
I keep thinking about the Pokemon principle.
As the point of a sword, they yet cling to life.
Don't behold this power.
If I see a water guy, I think it'll be weak.
Let's
Run if
keep
you
it
want,
up.
but you can't escape my aim.
I think it'll be weak
Gunner.
to fire. You know?
Fire.
Good dodge, Yuna.
With blade in hand.
I don't think that's the Pokemon principle, but I like calling it the Pokemon principle. Wow,
Not now.
she can do nothing.
Let us fight as one.
I'll lend a hand myself.
Worthy foe after all.
Goodness gracious. You're so weak.
Raging fire.
Run if you want. Gunner. Well, no, you first. Vitus power. Roar. Push through.
Oh, that's good.
Ah, it sprouted 4 legs.
Of course it did. Of course it did. Was weakness typing a thing that was made popular by Pokemon?
Come.
It makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense.
I'm counting on you.
Hogenberg got them right in the I've got just the dance. This is just what I need. Burn!
Now, what's the play? No holding back! No. I call upon royal power within! Something else. Ah! Better hit!
Let's stay calm.
I won't hold back!
The lightning!
You hit their weakness!
By the swan.
That's your opening, Captain!
Behold! We
I can probably
together.
take advantage of this.
We'll team up!
This'll be over soon enough. Fast dancer! Raging fire! Stubborn, hey?
Crazy how old Pokemon is actually.
Is everyone okay? You gotta heal up! If we can take out some legs,
Are you prepared?
that's less attack to deal with, right?
Pierce! This!
Stroll
I'll
can't
show
take
you
any
the
more.
essence of
Someone heal him!
Pokemon? Yeah.
You hit their weakness!
No, that's not really
That's
crazy
your
to me.
opening, Captain.
It's not really
We
crazy.
strive for!
Helpful as ever.
That helped.
thanks.
I've got just
Like,
the dance
there's
for
still,
you.
like, Pokemania is a thing that will never die.
Gunner! Let me rethink.
You know what's actually crazy to me is how Pokemon, every time Pokemon hires somebody else to make their
Run them
games, they make it better than Game Freak.
Legs are back! Watch out! That's it! Dodge, Juna!
The lightning!
You hit their weakness!
Is everyone alright?
That's your opening, Captain!
It doesn't surprise me.
Join with me!
I'm counting on you!
Hulkenberg got them right in their weak spot! Watch me! Raging fire!
Like, I'm sort of not paying attention, honestly.
They die
I'm just
hard.
vibing through this.
Okay.
I won't hold back! Roar!
Observe with blade in hand! Still standing, I see.
Behold this power!
I should have just leveled up or whatever.
That felt great!
Not healed everybody.
Legs are back! Watch out! Ah!
I mean, isn't like...
No holding back!
Sleep shot. There's always two. I feel like I should just, like, go after this guy. I mean...
Run them through!
One leg is gone. Whatever. I'll
You hit their weakness!
who cares?
That's your opening, Captain!
Justice prevail! Healing arts!
I owe you.
Thanks!
That helped.
I'll
Like, who
fast
cares?
dancer! Raging fire!
Ah! Not now.
What's after now? Two?
Go for it! Roar!
Awesome. Synthesis, do that. I like
Hulkenberg got them
making you
right in
weak.
their weak spot! This is
That makes
just what I
me
need!
happy. That's what I like.
I've no holding back! I shall vanquish evil!
Poison shot.
Better hit!
Can I poison it?
Come forth!
I don't think I can.
Hit their weakness!
Is everyone
That's
alright?
your opening, Captain!
Oh, power of heroes! I will not let you die.
My thanks!
I'm just vibing through this. I'm not even thinking that much.
I'll give my
It's been so long since I've played
Legs are back! Watch out!
played this. I'm just going straight for the guy.
Gunner! Piss!
Piss.
I will fight. Let's go. The lightning!
You hit their weakness!
Swan
That's your
ultimate.
opening,
Prevail! Let us fight as one.
Coordination is key!
Awesome. Congratulations. We did it. That was nothing.
To ever great, I shall rise to the...
I continue.
Excellent!
Tremble before me!
We overcame it somehow.
Have you played Cyberpunk yet? Yes, I have. Hold on. Hold on, hold on. Hold on. Yes, I have. This was the last time I bought a physical game. This was the last time I ever bought a physical game. The funny thing about having a messy room is that I always know where everything is. Like, it's a complete mess for anybody who just walks in for the first time, but I'm like, I know where everything I know where everything is. Did you get that first release? Cause yikes. Yeah, I did. Yeah. This thing came with postcard. It came with a manual. It came with a manual, dog. Like a freaking manual, like old time. I mean, the manual's not even colored. It came with postcards. You know. Like the box and everything. It came with, like, it had a CD in it. This is what they should have done for like every game, right? Like, if you can't put everything on the CD, at least you can still have the CD and just put the soundtrack on it. Like, you don't buy the game physically, because what they did is they put everything on a card that I scratched off. Like a freaking Cyberpunk card. Like a scratch off right here. Yeah, there's some stickers and stuff that I didn't even do anything with. Some more merch that you could buy. Da-da-da. And just telling you more about the DLC. That's what this is. I really like this. I think this is like one of the few things that I don't have buyer's remorse on about. Even though I didn't play this game, I bought this game on release, but I didn't play it until Edgerunners came out because it just wasn't working well. So that was a yikes. that was like a yikes moment, yeah. I'm like, this, it's Sony sucks so much because they can always do this. This was the blueprint. This is the blueprint. I was like, oh man, these games are too big for a CD. It takes longer for games to load on a CD. To put the music on there. Put a whole gallery on there. Like, make these freaking... Sure, make people pay more for... I don't think people would care if you make them pay more for physical releases, as long as you have the content to back up that rise in price. Like, even a manual, this doesn't even have to be a manual, because I'm not reading all this. I can just play the game. I mean, this is pretty cool when it comes to giving you more background on what this world is, right? And what is going on in the background of, like, just blah, 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 right? And different gameplay mechanics. That's cool. Just make this like a little art book or whatever. Like, that's cool. I like that a lot. But whatever. Whatever. But Sony made up their mind. They're like, yeah, we don't care. It doesn't matter if people will buy it or not. We don't care. We're not. We're gonna get rid of all this stuff anyway. There's no such thing as people who buy physical releases. But yeah, yes, I have played Cyberpunk though.
I can't believe this! There are still monsters out here!
Either he lied, or he didn't know. Maybe the humans are spreading faster than anyone expected.
Honestly, the last game that I bought full price was Bomb Rush Cyberpunk. That was the last game I bought full price. And that was like $40.
Oh, first time we've seen you lot really cut loose. That sure was magic, even with no igniters. Guess that's the kind of power that kills humans.
I don't think I'll buy the new game though.
And you can do it too, Lady Juna.
Well, I picked it up from him. You know I've a knack for improvising, love. But we'd never have gotten through this without you two helping us.
Shut up.
Thank you.
I didn't do nothing.
Of course, my lady.
You too, Fidelio.
Don't mention it. Wouldn't have survived otherwise.
Wait, something's amiss. I still hear water flowing, but it's coming from inside the runner.
Blast! We're dipping awfully low. Getting a bit soggy in here, chums.
Hold on, we're sinking. You've got to be kidding.
Bail the water. You two, help us.
What? You can't just order us... Oh, this bloody rust buckets.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
There's like a Choice Matters game still going on. Might get you a few games from that. Oh, okay. Is that why you asked? I don't think your choices matter that much in Cyberpunk. Other than what girl you want at the end. Or if you want to like raid Arasaka, which is like no sane person is doing that their first game playthrough. I am very happy that we were surprised that we survived and are still afloat. But after bailing all that water out, it would seem that my poor back was a casualty of the incident. Really came through in a pinch, I must say. It's all thanks to you and my dear. And that my dear girl is well and safe. We must repay those old bones of yours for the stealing of us.
You're right.
Too true. Maybe a day off. I'll get those brothers to line up a bit, too. So, how about it, darlings? Let's take a day to just relax and watch the ocean. Watch the ocean. That was a nice suggestion. Actually, watching you play the Telltale Batman game would be interesting if you haven't already. I have not played that yet.
Come on.
If we manage to defeat the monster, so we managed to defeat the monster, so why not thank everyone for their efforts? Times like this, people tend to open up. Alright, who do I need to open up? I guess I'll talk to Eisman.
And so...
Eisman seems to relax. This might be a chance to have a genuine conversation. An answer. You see right there. I thought Telltale took all of their games off of Steam. I give up. It was a fool's errand to attempt to meditate with all this insistent racket. Surely you hear all this pandemonium as well. It was a cries of all the creatures of the sea. Only hear the sounds of the waters. Perhaps it's one life's many annoyances that only affects the chief. The fish in the sea are in a panic. Last night's skirmish with that sea beast has put the depths into the state. Has put the steps into the state of chaos. Any interest in the last Life is Strange game? I have not heard anything about it. No interest whatsoever. I never cared about Life is Strange like that. Life is Strange was my sister's thing, and I just wanted to support her interests. It's soothing. Just relax yourself.
Then...
just an inch. Oh my gosh. Whoa. Anyway. I have never... Whatever. Sorry, I almost doom scrolled on Instagram. I have never been quite this far from land myself. However, I previously visited the beach with my son.
I believe...
That holiday occurred at this time of the year. The shore was populated with many others, but some idea as well.
But...
But in hindsight, I so dearly wish that I could have stood tall and simply enjoyed that moment with my son with no concern of judgment of others. You enjoyed the first and second. Yeah, it's because you didn't have to play it. That's why you enjoyed it. You didn't have to play it. Then my son pulled a fish, but don't care. I never stood up to the discrimination like how I did, so I ran from it. And in doing so, I unintentionally taught my son that there was shame in being a chief.
What?
Yes.
You were wrong. I will not refute that, hero. I truly and deeply believe I was truly and deeply wrong. Worse yet, I was a coward and a fool. Wow, look at all this. Everything else sucked that I played / saw. I don't think I've ever gotten 4 points for a response. I forgot. Oh, I keep thinking about that one guy. That guy I was like ranting about like a couple weeks ago, and how he was like, "This is such a good game," and I'm like, "This game." It gives you. What's the point of giving someone choices when all of those choices is made to condition you into believing into one thing? But whatever, this game sucks.
My apologies. Take this.
Perhaps you heard of an alien creature which soars across the sky like a shooting star. It's sort of an amulet crafted in your honor. I don't like this game.
As the clear surface gives way to the glassy ink of
I don't
darkness,
like this game.
the gauntlet runner reaches a remote island. The party gets a good night's rest, grateful for the still land that does
I like
not
the
sway
combat.
them as
I just don't like anybody. It's played out. And just hearing people who like this game makes me dislike it a little bit more.
What to pick?
And also all this downtime. All this obsessive downtime. Alright, Hulkenberg.
Well met.
Wait, what do I need to increase?
Why now?
No, everything's pretty much equal. Everything's pretty much equal.
Well met.
Downtime Refantazio.
Well then.
True.
All right.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
I drank all my coffee. Awesome. Of course I did. Of course I did.
Luis has sent an emissary to Verga Island.
As reported by a crier. It's the elder boy who brought Joanna to the judging.
So he stands with Luis then. No doubt he seeks Dracodius.
A gambit to steal the public's gaze, perhaps. Taking a prize from the only land beyond the church's reach. Laughable. The reason we leave those barbarians alone is that we've nothing to gain from them. Your Eminence?
Merely a passing thought.
Let him chase the lands. It changes nothing. With the dawn of Saints' Day, your Eminence's authority will be unshakable as the mountains.
As long as we tell the public that these divine relics truly originated in Sanctism, yes, that should do. The candidates gathered at the Saints' Day Festival will be under the protection of the King's magic. Some of them may use that as a shield to sow violence and discord.
I am aware, Your Eminence. Please, leave everything to your humble servant.
How do people like this game?
Oh-ho!
No, don't care. Sorry.
Narrowly
don't
escaping
care.
the threat of the sea monster.
To the
party
next
rides
part.
the currents of the Indian
Next
Sea
part
to their
of the game.
destination, Verga
Let's go.
Island. Verga is a word given to the island by the mainland, meaning uncivilized. But its inhabitants give this name no purchase. Put another way, we are trespassers from a country that has unilaterally regarded the islanders as heretics. To forget this is to invite pointless conflict, as though it knows it is unwelcome. The Gauntlet Runner glides silently onto the island's less populated rear shore.
That reminds me of the word barbarism or barbarian. Barbarian is more or less an onomatopoeia of...
I can't take this heat. It's enough to cook a man alive.
I believe... Stop.
All my ear fur is stuck together.
Yeah, barbarian is like an onomatopoeia because I forgot if it was like the Romans when they went to like a foreign land, they would call them barbar, which is like them trying to imitate the language of the foreigners. So it's like if like Americans went to China, we call them Ching Chong people. The Ching Chongians. That's where barbarian comes from. It comes from barbar, which is just an imitation of a language. Just like how Ching Chong is an imitation of Mandarin. And I guess it's stuck to the point where barbarian is just a word for the other. Or uncivilized. The other / uncivilized. Which is really funny. Oh, you received a gift from Sketch. Now you see it.
Do we really have to go this way? There was a beautiful beach just over there.
I can't open Steam. How do you open Steam? Okay, I didn't mean to do that. There, just sent you 3 games. Let's see those 3 games. Whoa, okay. We for the first game. Whoa, look at all these goons right here. Batman, Baldur's Gate 3, your favorite, and Killer Frequency. That's new. That's new. All right, time to. I might. Which one do you want me to play next stream?
Shut up now, milady. Easy to get a good backstab when you're coming up behind him, see?
I'm so ready to just drop this game and just say it's just not good. Like, That's just how it is with me. Like, this game is just not good.
There will be no stabbing, back or otherwise.
The mechanics are good.
Honestly.
Which is, every time I hear people talk about how great this game is, they hate when people compare it to Persona. Because they're like, no, it's not Persona, it's something, or SMT, because they're like, it's not Persona or SMT, it's its own completely different thing. But I like it because I see the DNA of Persona and SMT in it. That's why I like the game. Everything that is wholly original about this game, it's not good. It's not interesting. I mean, the world building and the storytelling, the gameplay, especially going through the dungeons and the combat, I like that. I like that a lot. The only reason why I do like it is because the dungeon crawling is like a step up of... It's a step up from like dungeon crawling in Persona 3. Right? Or Persona 4. Persona, it's the same thing. It's a step up of that. Instead of it being... I don't know if it's procedurally generated. No, probably... I don't know. Anyway, it's a step up from that. And it has that Strikers, Persona 5 Strikers energy of... If it's too weak, you can just hack and slash it. Your enemies. But if they're on the same level, then you go into the whole Persona or SMT combat system. When you have the same press turn system when you target their weakness and such like that. It's so great. I love it. It's amazing because it builds upon such a solid foundation that we all know for decades. But when it comes to the story and the characters, I don't care. When it's not doing that, when it comes to talking about the topics that it wants to talk about, it's shallow. It's boring. It doesn't do anything interesting with the concepts. And that's what makes me not care. And it has the gall to be over 50 hours of gameplay and still say nothing! How can you say nothing for 50 hours? It's crazy! I would say Batman, but you could test Boulder Gate, see if you can run it, and see if I have to refund it again. Okay.
It's at least true that coming at them head on would only alarm them. First, we need to find out where this lance is.
You can bet the runner won't be spotted here, eh? Got the wide ocean on all sides.
Okay, so when I say, for everybody with a room temperature IQ, which is like nobody here, because it's just you and me, when I say says nothing, it does say something. It does say something. Racism bad, inequality bad, be skeptical. Wait, that's not the right word. Yeah, skeptical of the powers that be. Right? Sure. That's sure, but it's all that stuff. It's not saying anything interesting. I don't want it to say anything new. If you're not going to say anything new, at least give me a reason to believe why people would want to be racist, would want to be X, Y, and Z, even though they wouldn't know it. Don't put me in the shoes of this elder boy and have a tragedy befall on his people and have characters be like, you must know how that feels, because I don't know. I don't care. I can't believe how much I dislike the characters in this world.
The old girl's not exactly unscathed from the beast's
so
clutches, so
sad.
I'll stay back for a spot of repairs. Good luck on the lance hunt, what?
It's so sad how they just... The whole video that I showed you about the development of this game, it's disappointing because they wanted to reimagine what it means to create a fantasy, and they just created another fantasy story. They just created like such a drab fantasy story instead of being directly a Dungeons and Dragons ripoff, which is all JRPGs has their foundation in. They just did it again. They just went back to the roots to create something that everybody has already established or built upon since the 80s.
Who's there?
But whatever.
Are you from the outside? What's wrong?
I thought I heard a voice.
A voice? Whose?
All that salt air gets your head. Our chances out here already aren't looking too good.
So, how do we find this, lads?
Ideally,
Whatever.
we blend in with the locals, gather information. But if they really are all Mustari, that might be a bit tricky. Let's see. To start with, we could try staying hidden and observing the village from afar.
Sounds like a right hustle. How many days would you have us playing hide and seek?
Fair point. How long can we actually stay on this island?
Well, given the deadline for arriving in Altabury, it would be best to get the lance and leave by September the 5th.
The sooner we're out of here, the better. Let's go.
Hey, does this place look familiar to you?
We may be a bit lost.
You're kidding! We can't afford to get lost on some godforsaken island! This is a disaster! Oh, I'm sweating through my outfit. And these weird bugs. I've had enough!
What I give for a snack and a cold tub to dump me head in.
Sketch. Like, I can watch multiple people play through Persona because I find it interesting in many different ways you can do and run that. And this, it seems surprisingly straightforward, having a lot of different things you can do. But it's not interesting like it is in Persona. Like, I could probably beat Persona if I had a little bit more Persona 4, if I had a little bit more patience with it. Right? If I didn't just, like, knock everything down to easy. I probably could have beat Persona on medium settings if I had patience for it. But Persona 3, I really liked it. Persona 5, it's like... I think Persona 3 is like the only game that I just saw it met it at its level. Well, Reload. I met it at its level, which I probably wouldn't have said for Fess. Said the same thing for Fess. But I probably should try out Fess. And Persona 3 portable. I really like the gameplay of 5, though. I really like the gameplay of 5. But that's not saying much. 5 is just the formula of, like... it was just the standard for the remakes now. So that's not saying much. It's the standard. But yeah, I think it's so Persona is so interesting because it makes you feel like you're constantly not wasting time, but you are missing out on things. Like with this game, I don't feel like I'm missing out on anything. It feels like I am forced to interact with the side content, or I just waste time and energy. But with Persona, it's either you can do one thing or you can do another thing. And you can't go back. And you have a certain amount of days. And even that certain amount of days is less than you think because the game likes skipping skipping entire weeks sometimes. So you have less time than you think you do. But with this, it's like, yeah, we don't skip time. We gotta get good.
You voice every little complaint.
And
you
like,
are not the only ones enduring this trek.
And I will say, to Persona 4's advantage that I could not say while I was playing it. That strictness, it forces the player to do everything that they can to learn about the gear, because I didn't do any synthesizing. I went through the entire game without learning about synthesizing your weapons or anything. That could have made the experience a whole lot smoother, a whole lot more smooth. A better experience is what I'm trying to say. And because I didn't have the patience for that, the game was like, okay, we can just like put you on easy mode so you can just experience the story, because obviously that's what I was there for. There were so many things that I just didn't engage with the game that could have made things better. And that's completely on my fault, on my side. I know back then I would have blamed the game, but since the game does accommodate somebody like me, who's not really into it, because the game doesn't really explain anything. It tells you once, but you don't know the immediate effects of that. I'm like, okay, I get into a flow of going through, going through dungeon, getting items from the dungeon, probably buying items from the store. That gameplay loop, that's just probably going to be enough. And then when it gets to a certain loop being enough to get through something, it's easy for me to break out of that loop. And I feel like it's a problem with the game. Even though it's like, yes, it's a problem with me and a problem with the game, it's my problem with being stubborn, but it's also a problem with the game, with not reinforcing the importance of synthesizing or certain mechanics that would make the game run better. But then again, I could also say, telling people, hey, you should probably want to synthesize your weapons more often, it would probably make shopping more obsolete in favor for just dungeon crawling or whatever. But hey, that's just it. That's one aspect of the game that makes that whole experience very interesting on separate playthroughs, or seeing how other people play through the game, right? But with this game, it's not that interesting. It spends so much time on very uninteresting or uninvolved aspects. Well, that is part of the freedom the game gives you. I mean, you could completely skip doing confidants if you wanted. Yeah, and it's very easy to do. Not only that you can, it's very easy to do so. And you don't feel like you're missing it. It's very easy if you want to do so, because if you're skipping out on confidants, you can just raise your attributes. And the reason why that works in Persona and it doesn't work here is that there is a set amount of time and there's always something to do. What I also don't like in Persona is that you don't know when you're going to level up your confidence. Well, not that you don't know when. Well, yeah, you kind of don't know when you're going to level up your confidants, because you can just hammer at a certain confidant for several days and you won't, and it feels almost at random until you finally level them up. That's one thing that I don't like, even in retrospect. But it really did make the days go by faster. That feels like the trade-off. It didn't feel good playing through it, but I can now see the sleight of hand that they were trying to do to make the days go by faster.
Quiet a moment.
And when I didn't even get my confidants, I still played the game. I still went forward.
Running water nearby. Sounds like an open space. Could be a natural spring of some kind.
And even Persona 3 did side quests better than this. Holy crap. In Persona 3, your side quest was basically go to this part of Tartarus to rescue this guy to get a special reward. But the side quest here is just your regular JRPG side quest that goes out of your way. But the side quest in Persona, it didn't feel out of your way at all. Well, Well, I feel like skipping, like I said, just skipping on any activity in this game, it feels like you're sitting on your hands a lot more than you should.
What? Really? Let's head that way.
Instead of gambling on which attributes that you want to laser focus on.
Phew. I suppose we might as well if we're lost.
And I'm just not interested with this game spitting the communist manifesto at me at every chance it gets.
It's drinkable. Much clearer than the capital's water, too.
Oh, brilliant. I could use a dip to get the salt off me.
Hold on, it's hallucinogenic water.
Who are you? Can you hear me? Then surely you must be a messenger of the Dragon God.
Is something amiss?
I'm imagining things.
Could it be a villager?
You must be the...
Priestess!
Hey, Del. Let's go.
Mainlanders! You're not of this island!
Wait, listen!
Seize them!
Well, that's the part of freedom the game gives you. I mean, you could literally skip doing confidant. Oh yeah, I already read that. LMAO.
Behave yourselves. Now, you're a candidate for the throne, are you not? Here to steal Dracodias, no doubt. And not content with that, you befouled the priestess's cleansing pool. We need hear nothing further. You shall all be executed.
Fastest trial I've had.
Crazy.
Calm down. First off, you can't kill a candidate. Have you not heard of the king's magic?
Wait, so they were just drinking? They were just drinking her bathwater? Was that what was going on?
You beg for your life in vain, wretch.
Hail, I'm told the priestess is ready.
Accept your fate. You're not getting out either way.
That's crazy.
What do we do now?
It seems the brothers have fled. Perhaps they've gone to report to Neurus.
I doubt it. Those thugs are here for the lance alone. They care nothing for us.
We can work with that. Can't return without the lance anyway. But I'd rather see if we can break ourselves out, instead of counting on them to save us.
By the way, anyone else find it strange that they recognized a candidate at a glance? I wasn't expecting news to travel this far.
Probably my fault, I'm afraid. They had a lot of questions, and they weren't, gentle about asking. Well, fancy meeting you here.
You're that Sanctus crier.
I was hoping the word of the Crown Theocracy might be worth something here. Turns out, they prefer chains to questions.
But why are you here?
Why else? I heard some helpless, boneheaded twit of a candidate crossed the waters of Verga Island, so I, naturally, had to follow. I'd thought stowing away on that Mastari candidate ship might get me safely on the island, and, well...
And now who's the helpless twit? This is ridiculous! Why would a crier go to such lengths anyway?
Seemed as good an opportunity as any. I wanted a peek behind the Sanctus curtain, see what the truth really is. For now, we may as well be patient.
What? The
You'll have
church
your
are a
opening
bunch of
soon enough.
liars?
The people here, well, you'll find they aren't as monolithic as they'd like.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna play Batman next time. This is not. Such a disappointing game. Such a disappointment. How disappointing. We'll be free from this game. We'll be finally free.
Have you heard? The Sanctus Church has ordered its adherents to seize all divine relics.
Those zealots go too far. Surely this must be the reason for the Dragon God's wrath.
Don't be alarmed, everyone. Please remain calm.
Master Adeni.
There are trespassers upon our island, from ships other than the trade vessels. But we have already captured them. Reportedly, one is a candidate, and one is a crier from the Sanctus Church. They seek Dracodios, the lance of the Dragon God. Until now, the Church has hesitated to intrude in our homeland. We can only assume they are making their move.
Wait, why do they all have the buckets on their heads? This is their homeland. Imagine if Persona 6 was a disappointment because they basically wasn't imagine if Persona 6 was a disappointment because they basically haven't missed since Persona 3. Maybe this game not being that great is a good thing. It's a blessing in disguise. You know what I mean? What if this is really a blessing?
I knew it. They think they're untouchable. No offense is beneath them.
Like the bad story writers are like gone to Project Zero or whatever this company's called. So the main Atlas guys, they have probably new blood or somebody who is a really good storyteller within Persona 6.
That damned Bolton. He's not just after our relics. He would silence us forever.
I would agree with you, but the overall reception of this game is good, LMAO. Yeah. I mean, then again, the reason why this story is not that great is because they tried to reinvent the wheel.
Master Adeni, put them to death! Let us see justice served!
Wait! Our captives have done nothing to hurt any of the islanders.
Why do you hesitate? If they would pervert our dearest beliefs, then they deserve only to be sacrificed. Our livestock are all maddened by disease, our seas are infested with grotesque horrors, and now even our fields lie dead and fallow.
I mean, I also did not hear a lot of good things about the story in SMT5 either. So there's that.
The Dragon God must be appeased, else we shall never survive his wrath. It has been our way since time immemorial. When disaster strikes, we offer a sacrifice to the Dragon God that he might ease our woes. It is the most basic of our teachings.
Everyone calm down. All this talk of justice, of sacrifice.
Master Adeni, would you see us repeat the tragedy of the past? With all respect, you abandoned your chase for the throne. You returned to your rightful home. Surely you have accepted that our traditions are the only way.
Bro looking like the Hokage with that. With the orange and the blonde hair. If it was white instead of black, he would have looked like Hokage Naruto. But anyway, yeah, I do hope the rumors of Persona 6 is going back to a more dark vibe, like Persona 3 is true. More of a dark vibe like Persona 3, more of a dark vibe like Persona 1 and 2.
Because of your indecision. Because you faltered in your faith to the Dragon God, your father and mother both.
Because like the promotion of Persona 6 looked like a straight up SMT. It doesn't look like a spin-off SMT game. It looked like a straight up SMT game.
I will have silence.
Master Adeni, please. The sacrifice. We cannot simply suffer in silence.
My brother, do not fear. I have just purified myself for the spring. I'm ready to serve as our people's sacrifice.
Yufa.
I am a priestess. I have known from birth that my life's greatest impact would be as an offering to the Dragon God. Indeed, it brings me great pride. I can serve my village in a way the priestesses in times of peace could not.
LMAO. This is why they need the Sanctus Church to stop all of this sacrifice.
If our island might be saved, I will gladly give my life for it.
Oh, bless you, Priestess Yufa. We will not forget your sacrifice.
The third eye thing really creeps me out. I mean, it's whatever. It's just another lazy design to me.
This will surely appease the Dragon God. You are our last hope.
Like another lazy, it's another lazy added element to make sure that they are a different race of people.
Priestess Yufa, our salvation, our future.
Prepare the ship. I will accompany her to the altar in the Dragon Temple, where Dracodios rests.
You catch that? The Dragon Temple. Sounds like that's where we'll find our lance.
I did a bit of reading on Virga Island once. Army reports say it's surrounded by an archipelago, otherwise uninhabited, and one of them islands is nothing but a massive temple.
Why does this game feel like a high-budget title with low budget? It feels like a low-budget it feels like a low-budget title because of the amount. You know, especially with this, with this screenshot. Hold on. I was like, especially with that screenshot, it does look like a low budget. Okay.
Oi, kid.
Yeah, they're gonna say
Don't
that's cool.
make.
We won't. Whatever. I want to see what it looks like on max settings.
We've been saying it since the beginning. We help anyone.
Of course. I want to see what this looks like on max settings. Let me look at it on max settings. I don't
Leave it to us.
Yeah, he's
I pledge we...
No objections, alright. I mean, we're not gonna go back to playing this.
Well...
On
Time
Wednesday.
marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Yeah, we just skipped a lot of story. I thought it would be controlling the game. But I guess not.
We gotta prep.
This feels like Patapon.
What now?
As if we were paying attention anyway. I pay attention. I just have more interesting things to talk about. Let's see what this game looks like on high. Did I break the game? Been checked out 3 streams ago. This looks nothing. This doesn't look different. What is the before and after?
What now?
This pole still has a pretty low texture.
What now?
Let's see what it looks like on low settings. Absolutely nothing. I mean, I guess the people don't? Well, less foliage, I think. I mean, it runs smoother with a lower frame, with the lower settings. What happened to all the? Well, I guess things like as well. This well probably will look better on high settings. Oh boy, it doesn't. Maybe if I just look away and look it back. Oh. That's weird. This is what the water looks like on high. Am I missing something? Am I missing?
What now?
High. Am I crazy?
What now? What now?
What's the difference?
Let us have faith in Lady Yufa.
Excuse me? Boy. Oh boy. Oh, it's a chicken. Like that is just a chicken.
Let's go.
It's a good chicken. It's a goat. Literally, just earthly animals. Good on them.
Excuse me?
What now?
Dude, yeah. This game. I'm tired. This is so unfortunate. Let me go save. How long have I been streaming this game? How long have I been playing this game? $50 hours? Oh yeah, about that. Well, I should just call it quits.
Excuse me?
Yeah. You know what's so crazy?
Let us have faith in Lady Yufa.
I guess I feel like I shouldn't have to ask why these people hide their faces in their own village. Like, this is their hometown. I thought they did that. Because they were being discriminated against with other people. I don't know. I don't care anymore. Who cares? Doesn't matter. That whatever. Communism wins. Racism sucks. Or whatever. What is the average completion time for this? Let me look it up. How long to beat meta for Refantazio? Probably 100 hours. Let's see. Most players spend 60 to 90 hours, while completionists basically saying, like, I could finish this game within another week. Oh, 80 to 90? No. No. This game's not worth it. This game's not worth being 80 hours. 80 hours to 100 hours to say what? Nothing provocative? Nothing profound? Nothing that really gets me in the mind of people who would think differently than I would? Or nothing that would challenge the writer to question his own beliefs? And uses his characters as vehicles to say why his belief is superior? Like, is Lewis even a villain? Like, why is Lewis so evil, though? Because he wants power for himself? I guess. Dude, it's just not focused. He is very ambitious, yeah. I played 50 hours of this game. And I'm questioning, is Lewis even really the bad guy? And I'm not even asking in the sense of, did Hitler do something wrong? Or did Griffith do something wrong? No, it's like, what does he want that we're diametrically opposed to? Like, he kills the last ruler. We don't know if the last ruler was good or not, because we just started off with him dead, and Lewis just killed him for his own means, which is like, okay. Okay. Like, yeah, murdering's not cool. Assassinations aren't cool, I guess. Well, I guess he's behind the prince being in their coma for whatever, allegedly. Yeah, that's not cool, I guess. I don't really care about the prince. Like, I don't care. Like, I don't care about the prince. I don't care about this elder boy. I don't care about this entire society that's racist or classist or whatever. Like, the game just throws me in a world and says, imagine. And I'm like, I don't have to imagine anything. No, really. I don't want to imagine. I want you to tell me why I should care. I don't want to imagine. I want to be told why I should care. Like, this Griffith guy does a lot of mean things, which is okay. Like, he wants to be ruler. I want my friend to be ruler. Okay. But I'm doing all these things just to make sure my friend becomes ruler. No, if I'm doing all of this, I should be ruler, which I've already skipped ahead. I do become ruler. No! You know what's funny? I did watch a review, which was really funny, that spoiled the ending for me. Like, I do become ruler at the end of the game. But even at the end of the game, I leave the land just to go adventuring with my friends. which is hilarious. I don't do ruler duties. I just run away from it to be an adventurer. Oh yeah, right. The reason why I become ruler is because I basically fuse, like Dragon Ball, with the prince to become the prince. It's like a freaking like Gogeta thing. I fuse into him. Not into him, but like we fuse together. So I would be technically like hold the heir to be the king. I didn't know that. Why would the MC become ruler? Yeah, so he became ruler because he fused with it. They spoiled that in a review, LMAO. No, it was like a review that was critical of the game. And I didn't even remember that until I just remembered that instance of him becoming the king at the end. The ruler at the end. And I was like, wait, why would he become the ruler? Oh, wait, because he fused. Oh, wait, why did he fuse? Because he died. And I think the protagonist dies, and oh my gosh, it just gets stupid. It just gets stupid. Ugh. It just gets dumb, man. Oh yeah, there was this one thing at the end of the game where Lewis kills the protagonist, and not Lewis. Yeah, Lewis kills the protagonist, and the protagonist meets Moore, and Moore's like, "Hey, did you know that this world is fake? You can leave this world and join the real world." It's like one of those fake ending scenarios where you can leave and go into the real world, or you can and have like the fake ending of the game and join the real world, or you can finish the story and finish the metaphor and get the true ending of the game, which is so stupid because this game doesn't really, in its narrative, it doesn't hint that this world isn't real. Like in the way that it was done, it was so stupid because it's like, oh yeah, this world is fake, and they wanted to tell the player that, yo, here's the twist. Whoa, none of this matters because this world isn't real. You can go outside now. But if you choose to go outside, you're getting the bad ending. And leaving the fantasy world is getting the bad ending because you're not seeing the story to its conclusion. And if you see the story to the conclusion, you will get inspired by changing the world. You could be the protagonist that could change the world. That was basically what they're getting at. That's not what I don't think that's what the review said, but that's what I got from it, right? And the reason why that doesn't work is because we're not attached to how this game relates to the real world, or how these things that happen in the game relates to the real world, because there's so much plausible deniability within what everything is. And if I wanted to reenact what I see in this metaphor, in this game of metaphor for Refantazio, and the protagonist literally kills Lewis, what is the game trying to tell me to do? What am I supposed to do? Get a gang of people and do some really fed-posty stuff? And when I say, oh yeah, I learned this in Metaphor Refantazio, the writers are going to be like, we didn't tell you to do that. That just made things more confusing. Confusing in what way? What time is it? Almost time. Almost time. This game is not that. This game's not interesting. It's not deep.
What now?
The fact that this world is fake just opens more questions. Like what? This is a storybook. It's a step up from this is all a dream narrative. It's a step up from that. It's a little bit more than that, but it's still kind of the same DNA. It's still not satisfying.
Really now? Such a sky showing.
they really should just start selling like physical CD, like physical releases of the games. Like the games can still be download codes, but as long as you just have the CD be like a, just put the soundtrack on there, that'd be great. The EMC is an isekai protagonist? No. No. You know what he tells you? I don't think it's told like how the MC got into this fake world. It's not... I don't care. This game sucks. This doesn't try to say anything. And anything it tries to say, it's so surface level. And if it wants to like derive from the path of saying the most obvious things, the most digestible things, it just rewards you for going along with the program, and it doesn't really give you the option to say anything that goes against the grain, which is so crazy why the protagonist is even a voice, even though he doesn't have a voice of his own. This game sucks. I'm so tired of this. I'm so disappointed. Actually, how much time do you have left? Let me just spend the rest of the time reading reviews of Metaphor. Wait. Let me do that. Wait, where's Steam? Da na 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 da 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 na da da na 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 na. Look at all these 10 out of 10s. Game of the Year 2024, a must play. 5 out of 5? 10 out of 10s? Really? Are we for real? Maybe I'm crazy. That's ins. Are we for real? The very first thing that struck me about Metaphor is the voice acting. It's a perfect encapsulation of the game that's so good. Within minutes starting, I knew I was in for a real treat. See, my biggest grievance with high fantasy settings is that it's a long-standing one. The studio's never-ending compulsion to cast American actors who can do accents, which end up being serviceable at best and inevitably ruin the experience. Okay, whatever. Okay, voice acting's good. I'm sure. Of course, some credit goes to the localization team to keep on script after a marathon of cringing my way through the dialogue with the Persona series. It was an incredibly refreshing way to in a game for an English speaking audience. Art and visuals are top tier for me. This is the only game that's even come close to any amount of sauce in the Persona. For me, this is the only game that has even come close to the amount of sauce in Persona 5. When did this come out? This was July 30th of this year. Persona 5 had a lot of sauce. But Metaphor having more sauce than Metaphor having more sauce than Persona 3 Reload? Persona 5 having more sauce? SMT4 had a lot of sauce. Oh my god. No disrespect to Persona 5's aura. This is so disrespectful to Persona 5's aura. I'm like no, I there's no. Out the wazoo. Somehow they've done it again. I think when they mean a game with a lot of sauce, they just want flashy menu and UI elements. That's what it means. Somehow they've done it again. The character designs, the portraits, the menus and UI, the gorgeous world, its watercolor skies, everything here really is the cream of the crop. When it comes to the gameplay, Metaphor manages to strike a direct balance between the Persona Shin Megami Tensei series. Okay, so you have played the Shin Megami Tensei and other Persona. Duh! Ooh! What? The developer's best of both world approach is clear. Social bonds and daily activities from the Persona makes the perfect foil to more gameplay-focused dungeon-crawling actions. This will come as no surprise to the fans of the Persona series. Alternating between two is a formula that is that has employed for some time. Okay. Sometime. But the intricate battle systems and Metaphor set it apart. Okay, yeah, it's good. It's good. I like the gameplay. I'm not going to argue anything about the gameplay. The gameplay is just good. All right? I'm not gonna knock that. Despite the many Persona comparisons, Metaphor still manages to feel genuinely new and different. This game is has a palpable freshness to it, even in spite of the typical cliche-written setting. And it manages to invoke a sense of wonder that I haven't felt from a game in a long time. To reach his own, it's no more than an honest, immersive experience, played completely straight, with enough novelty that it demands attention. It wormed its way into the back of my mind throughout this day. I would catch it where... Okay, cool. That's nice. Thank you, Ken. The storytelling, combat, almost everything is so peak. Okay. Peak. Masterpiece. It has Juna in it. No. TLDR. Verdict 6 out of 5. It's 6.5 out of 10. Okay, this might be good. Great all around, but lacking sorely in the narrative department. Okay, this guy might be cool. And he has a Griffith. Is that a Griffith? Yeah, that is a Griffith. That is a Griffith. Something about that is so funny to me. It's like, I know why this person played this game. Seeing a Griffith icon and giving it a 6.5 out of 10. Okay, let's see. Great all around, but lacking sorely in the narrative department. Even more so when it comes to the social links. Gameplay really carries the game outside of the slog that is a late date game dungeon crawling, get on sale, real. The archetypes are a great concept, but they add a decent bit of because they add a decent bit of the strategy to the game. Wait, hold on, what did you say? Joker alone has more sauce than all the characters combined in Metaphor. Yeah. The silent protagonist that is Joker has a lot more sauce than anybody with a speaking role in this game. Anyway. That's the archetypes, because they add a decent bit of strategy to the game that some of the aforementioned other titles won't have. However, these turn out to be a double-edged sword, since the amount of grinding required to master all of them, or get the royal archetypes, at the end of the game, Metaphor's equivalent to an ultimate Personas, is frankly appalling. The game's story is definitely solid, and the world building is quite interesting, but there's nothing here to write home about. Despite the main villain being incredibly well written, the main plot of the protagonist's arc are both really cliche and lack depth for a game that tries to be more mature than the majority of Atlus's most popular series. It's than the majority of than the majority of Atlus's most popular series. No, I think Persona is the outlier of Atlus's series. Persona is like the outlier because it's so lighthearted. That's kind of funny to say. Is Raihan Kusunoha that lighthearted? Is Shin Megami Tensei that lighthearted? Is Digital Devil Saga that lighthearted? Is Devil Survivor that lighthearted? Like, I know I'm missing something. Is Soul Hackers that lighthearted? I don't think so. Persona, it is the most lighthearted, but that's a nitpick. That's a nitpick. Oh yeah, is Strange Journey that lighthearted? Anyway. I mean, even that. Is Persona even lighthearted, LOL? I mean, it still deals with a lot of depth and heavy political issues. Oh yeah, everybody likes to talk about on the surface end of Persona 4 that is basically yellow Scooby-Doo. That came out more racist than I thought it would. That came out more racist than I thought it would. It's just Scooby-Doo in Japan. I mean, I didn't mean that. Wait. Yellow Scooby-Doo is crazy. I know it's like Scooby-Doo in Japan that talks more about friendship than the other titles, but you still have below that you still have a lot of deaths. It's still a murder mystery. People getting their corpses dangling off of telephone poles and copycat killers and stuff like that. But on the surface, Persona does have more of a beginner-friendly appeal to it. Anyway, it's disappointingly childish. Yes, I agree. The entire message of the plot of the game revolves around a really shallow view on morality and class struggles. The MC and his party are Superman tier good guys who want to believe that everything is actually sunshine and rainbows. And as for the game's view on class struggle, all the racism and xenophobia in this game is utterly nonsensical. Racism in reality is born of stereotypes and deep-seated fear/hatred. However, racism, born in stereotypes or deep-seated fear/hatred. Okay, sure. However, racism in metaphor, Refantazio is complete. I'll just keep moving on. Metaphor is completely senseless. None of the races are very different from one another outside of appearances, with the exception of the Mastari that actually stick out somewhat. What are you talking about? The Ujeeves are literal bat people. The Mastari just have a third eye. The Ujeeves are talking bats. They are talking animals. None of the races are shown as criminal races, like Skyrim's Khajiit, for example. And that is a really good example. Skyrim does a really good with that. And none of them have any political/historical reasons to hate each other. Yeah. The social links. There was this one side quest where you would just like try to earn your tolerance, and it was told through a story of that was basically how all these tribes how they deal with resource management. And some tribes would cheat each other, some tribes would lie, some tribes would just try to hoard the wealth or whatever. And it was basically a narrative to say why all these tribes cannot get along. I only found that out by accident. You know what I mean? For something as big as racism, as big as class struggle that this game wants to talk about, having something that hints on why things are the way that they are in a completely missable side quest is crazy work. It is insane. The social links and plot twists are quite stagnant. I found myself predicting pretty much every major plot twist in the game ahead of time, and I struggle to recall memorable social links outside of perhaps Alonzo and Heisme. In short, the game's story and world building have great potential, but it's as though the writers were too afraid to really get into it. No. Does the world have potential? Sure, everything has potential, but the writers didn't really want to tell the story that everybody thinks they want to let me rephrase that because my mind just drifted. The writers aren't focused on telling these aspects of the story that everybody keeps penning on them. Yes, they keep talking about racism and class struggle like every third sentence, but it's not really about that. It's really funny how after seeing that that video, when you just hear the directors saying that they just want to talk about a story of overcoming your anxiety and fears, and I don't remember them talking about class struggle at all, it really shows how they want to include class struggle because they probably found it as a theme within stories within the fantasy genre, but they don't know that much about class struggle to the point where they have something to say about it. That's what this comes off as. It comes off as they really wanted to talk about overcoming your fears, but with the setting that they went with, they feel like it is it is part of the world building to include that. So they did. That's what it comes off to me as. I don't think it's their fault per se. Because the more that I think about it, the more that it really feels like that. It really feels like they didn't want to talk about it. They just included it because it's a thing to do. It's the thing to do. The gameplay is an improvement. I'm skipping this. The gameplay's fine. Finally, the music and art style of this game is nothing short of incredible. I do, however, take issue in the fact that roughly 70% of the game's tracks sound identical to one another when you're actually interested in the gameplay. It's indeed a bit harsh of a critique on my behalf, however, considering that Atlus's primary strong point outside of storytelling is their music, it's hard to even the littlest things. It's hard to let the littlest things slide here. In conclusion, if you're a fan of Atlus, then you're going to love this game. However, don't be surprised if it doesn't live up to the grand expectations that you've had for every other work of theirs, as there are many things in this game that feel largely experimental. Oh, a downvote. Awesome. Overall 5 out of 10. That was a pretty solid review. Yeah. Okay, well, I want to read a downvote. Just to balance this out. Metaphor is basically a medieval Persona with less gameplay options, actually, and a story that want to be taken seriously, but it only pretends to. Okay. 6 out of 10. Music, voice acting, offense, they're all good but nothing memorable, especially when the battle tracks are basically the same and less inspiring than the ones in Persona. Visuals, 7 out of 10. It's fine. Nothing awe-striking. Some designs are good. Others feel like they could have done much more and simply decided not to. Gameplay, 4 out of 10. Grind. Welcome to a JRPG, dog. What are you talking about? Hey, welcome to JRPG. Hey, welcome to an Atlas game. Grind, grind, grind. Whoa, have you? Did you take the wrong turn? And then the bosses that don't follow the rules of the game. Technically, you would have to turn icons per units, or 2 per bosses. Never mind. Since the bosses always use 1 icon to use a skill to get 4 more icons. So yeah. Oh, that is such a terrible idea. Yeah, I hate that. That is their gimmick, basically. Have more turns, spam attacks, misses make you lose turns. Well, they get to miss too if your agility is up high enough. However, if the bosses misses, it doesn't lose turns as they should. They lose less. I don't know about that. I didn't get that feeling. Besides that, the gameplay is basically do or die. Instead of being able to change at will during a fight between different opponents, once you start a fight, that's what you are stuck with. Wrong composition, run and try again. Want to swap someone mid-fight to take a advantage or something? Nope. The boss has entered a new phase, and it would be useful to adapt. Oh. And it would be useful to adapt? Nope. No, I don't agree with this. Because, honestly, the game, going off of like SMT and Persona, the game just made every character into the protagonist, which they all get to have equal opportunity of swapping their quote-unquote personas or archetypes before battle. So switching mid-battle, that's a bit too... That would be like too much for you. That's easy to break. That would be too easy to break. And I feel like they give you enough. Not only... No, they give you enough archetypes or synergies that can make a bosses exploitable. Like, I love exploiting the synergy where they'll make the enemy weak to physical attacks or a certain element, and by doing that, you gain an extra turn. And that works, even when you try that synergy again. Like if that would make them weak to a certain synergy, like what I did with Hulkenberg, but for example. If I use a synergy to make them weak to electricity, and it's an electric move, that makes them weak to electricity for the rest of the turn. And if I use that weakness again, if I use that synergy again, it counts as a weakness, so I do get a couple turns back. So I can just exploit that. I think there's a good balance between that, so I have to disregard that criticism. Everything else in this game, you have a calendar and stuff to do in the meantime. The reason why I rate so low is simple. The story wants to be taken seriously and does not try. Sure, there are elements here and there, like sacrifices, losing the will to live, nobles being apathetic, whatever. Once the protagonist talks about their utopia, and gives a half-assed one-line speech, people see he is right, and that's about it. I don't know. I think with Hulkenberg and Heismay, they're like, well, that's a weird idea. No, Hulkenberg, Heismay, and the big forehead girl. I think all of them were like, well, that's a nice idea, but that's not realistic. So, But then again, they are comrades, which means that they don't have really any say on the matter. If they disagree with me on anything, it really doesn't matter because I'm the leader, and they're not going to do anything about that. They disagree, but that disagreement means nothing. There are a few decent plot twists, and followers have more interesting stories in general, but it is clear that an in-depth story is something the writers don't know how to do. Like I said, I don't think they don't know how to do. I just think they realize that fantasy stories have these elements, and they feel like if it's going to be a fantasy story, they have to include it. That's what it really feels like to me. But yeah. What a shame. Did not finish. Game of the year in 2024. Who wrote best RPG, best art direction, best narrative? Yeah, this is why I don't play video games. Atlas clearly knows how to write and in-depth stories, but that's why the story is so disappointing. I'm trying to think back. Like, were there any points in Persona 4 or 5? No, wait. Were there any parts in Persona 4 or 5 where your party just went against you? No, even in Persona 4, it was all in the whatchamacallit. It was all in the what? It was all in the game, the story, where Yusuke sometimes took the role as the de facto leader, especially when it came to Nanako being in the hospital. He was like, "No, we're doing this. Like, you're either with us or against us." Well, at points in Persona 5, they were arguing with each other. Yeah, even in like the shallow points of Persona 5 when they were arguing with each other, they were questioning like whether they were doing what right. There was that internal critique of themselves about what they were doing, even though like outside it's like kind of stupid. Of course they're doing right things, but they wanted to at least question. The writers at least wanted an internal critique of having these characters question whether they're doing is right. Because they're kids, they don't know. Right? Nobody's telling them not to do X. Well, nobody's really telling them not to do X, A, or B. They're just doing things by the seat of their pants. And looking back in hindsight, yeah, sure, it's fine that the characters early in Persona 5, they're like, is this the right thing to do? Because like, yeah, they're kids. And Persona 5, they were arguing with each other. Persona 4, I'm pretty sure, yeah, there were fights, there were disagreements. People had to like grow to like each other. Like, everybody was close by proximity. Even in Persona 3, everybody was close by proximity. So that made beef between characters easier. And the MC in 4, like you said, had the whole confrontation at the end of it, if they should kill the guy or not. Yeah, that whole confrontation at the end was pretty powerful because you had to convince. It was you literally had to go on like it was like you versus the world to convince everybody that you shouldn't kill the guy. Like, that was pretty good. Like, I don't know if I like that in hindsight, but I don't think I liked that at the time. But I really like the idea of it. In hindsight. That's a good idea in hindsight. Because it shows that these characters are autonomous from the protagonist. They believe and they think differently than the protagonist. Like, I don't get that with this. Everybody has their own baggage in this game, but they all have nothing to say within the main narrative. That was my issue. That was my issue. This game. Game of the year. That's so unfortunate. I hope Persona 6 is better than this. In metaphor, you haven't gotten anything like that. No confrontation, no disagreements, despite them being adults as well. Dude, even when you're an adult, when you're supposed to be set in your ways. That, It would be cool if they did things like if they did something like Persona 3 Fez. Maybe not, it probably wasn't in Fez, but it was in like base Persona 3 when you could revert progress on people. I don't know. But everything was just very... Not only was everything linear, you didn't feel like you could say whatever you want. Like, the character just felt... There's nothing that I hated more than A, yes or yes decisions. And then B, A, the yes or yes decisions, and then B, say the right thing. And that right thing is something that I wouldn't even agree with, but I would choose it to get more points. Which is, when I see that, I immediately feel conditioned. Like, the game is trying to condition me into saying one thing or another. And that's not cool to me. I don't like that one bit. I'm not a fan of that. Like, this is definitely the worst dialogue options from an Atlas has ever had. Now, this is only usually the yes or yes are pretty much run of the mill. What makes this egregious is the conditioning. That's what I hate the most. That's what I actively hate. With Persona, you try to gauge their personality. No, with Persona and SMT, with your confidants, you're trying to gauge their personality to find what matches their personality. I like that. Like, I said this in other Persona games. Right? Like, you tried... No, I think I said this way back in Persona 5, where I like that you try to gauge their personality. You have to put on their persona of that character or that confidant to think about what they would like to hear, or what they would like to hear, instead of what narrative the writers are trying to condition you into believing. Because in Persona, it's not about making everybody like the whole confidant thing. When I first played it, I didn't feel like it's about making everybody like you. Like, on a surface level. It was more about, like, can you don these different personas so you can get the most out of it. And then when you go into the game, you can just, like, use the skill of that confidant to play better within the dungeons. There's none of that here. There's none of that here. You know why it's actually, that's the confidants were so weak in this game, is that it doesn't... Oh my gosh. I feel like the confidants felt so weak because there wasn't a direct tie to the main narrative like the confidants are. Because, like, the really cool thing about the confidants is that it beats you over the head of this character's position within this main story. I said this multiple times. They should not have had a social link system even in this. They probably, if they were to have it, it really should have been more obvious of how each of these confidants, how each of these side characters, their story ties into the main themes of the main narrative without it being too repetitive. Because all the confidants in Persona, they are directly tied to a certain tarot card. Like, it all has a purpose. And it all has a purpose. And it beats you over the head of their purpose. So you don't have to guess. And even when you have nothing, know nothing about tarot cards, that's fine. It just tells you, it just reinforces this character's personality, and the role in the overall journey, and their role into the fool's journey. That is so genius of going with those that is the genius of the tropes. This is why they work. There's levels to it. But the stripping away of of the arcana, the confidants, the tarot cards, the theming to remind the character what's so special about these side characters, they're not memorable. I feel like if they moved the kingly attributes and assigned it to each of your party members. Oh my gosh, who's calling me? I feel like probably my parents. Oh, it's probably one of my parents telling me to calm down. Nope. Spam call. Anyway. I'm going to forget about all these metaphor characters so fast. Yeah, I'm like, if they attributed a kingly attribute to each of the playable party members, that would make it feel more focused. That would give me the illusion of being focused. You know what I mean? I forgot, dude. I forgot the 5 kingly attributes so fast. You had like tolerance, which is always a funny one. You had creativity. You had courage. You had imagination and eloquence. Right. Heisme would be eloquence. What's his name? Stroll, courage. Well, Stroll. No. What's her name? Hulkenberg would be courage. Hulkenberg would be courage. What's her name? The big forehead girl. I already forgot her name. She would be creativity. I already forgot the 5 attributes. It's not that. Ugh. Who would be tolerance? All right, somebody's calling me for real. It's my mom. Give me a sec.